Escort RS 1800 of Bruce McKenzie. This is a regular car. We see more tarmac racing. Very much adaptable for sprint racing. The competitors in Gemini, quite the smoky start, plenty of wheel spin by Sean McLaren, getting out of the race. John has raced everything with a root bit. He's raced colour schemes from the period. Mark 1 Ford Escort, 5 miles. Running through, of course, now the 1600 to 2 litre class. It's another big class. In that Mark 2 Ford Escort that went in just before, has moved up into the top of the class again with a 59.9. That's and he would dominate the 2 litre class at the Bathurst 1000 for several years. And of course, the very first race there was fitted to one of Williams' which went very entertaining. The car was taking over the top. And we know that so far he's in front here at Leyburn. He's the only car in his class today, so he's not going to try especially hard, and we'll be concentrating on getting the back end of the Commodore off the way and various corners around the circuit on it.
Gersakowski, 54.61 previously, followed by Peter Bosch. So he's got nearly 4 seconds to make up the...
Things fell apart after for Peter Brock in the 1979 season, and they had to start almost all over again with the whole field of rebuilding the team. To the what we refer today as Holden Special Vehicles, there isn't a direct relation between the two. One replaces the other.
Absolutely wonderful. Graham Copeland has built this up, powered a tank, but they also powered the Spitfire. And if he uses a litre per 600 metres, he's using 2 litres of fuel by the time he does his lap. 2 litres of fuel, half a gallon nearly. Yeah, I don't know how heavy it is in here. With the benefits of Rolls-Royce engineering and a 27-litre V12 engine, a truck chassis, a gigantic car that has done 100 miles an hour, and a little problem I think with spark plugs, but also with gearing. But similar to the engine that also powered Spitfires that helped win the Battle of Britain. And then we have Lloyd Robertson in this replica of a 1959 Parnelli Jones Willard Battery Street car roadster, a remarkable car of a beautiful build. That one model and do the first 150-mile-an-hour lap at Indianapolis.
Scary stuff.
Another crazy car. This is brilliant. Lloyd Robertson. Jet helmet, and he stalled it last time a little bit further on. And Got to get it into neutral, find the starter. The Chevy engine, it's not an Offie engine. I think he just has to let it wheel spin actually, but he said it's such a monster. Got an enormous power. Glorious looking car. A replica of Parnelli Jones' car that ran at Indy for about 5 years. Was the first car to do a 150 mile an hour lap. Did it in 62. 63 won it, but of course Jack Braverman, he's done a 11.64. Peter Trapnell, next fastest in that Ford Special. Barry Smith, John Anderson. Car numbers 1, 3, 2. And then Shane Entral Miles has just gone fastest. Sorry, second fastest, 11.97. So we've got some very... Number 13 gets away now, a very good looking car. Donald Healy working in conjunction with Austin Motor Company. Encountering that, Triumph said, well, let's have a traditional sports car. We'll have cutaway doors with little external... So, Ken Martin in the Hillman Inn has a chance, I think, of... we're still waiting for the times to come through. David Cross has been our fastest man so far in that Bowen Hay P6. He's done a 55.40. Brad Stratton has followed with a 57.64. And Quentin Ryder has done a 59.59, followed by Ken Freeburn, 59.70. So already we've had 4 cars of the 22 that have run and recorded a time. We've had 4 of them. And of course Albert Park a little while later. And by 1985 we had a World Championship and they had that for 11 years. Rod Gray, number 34. With a door that doesn't close. Hey, the official starter and car fixer. So, 34, away. Rod Gray, the entrant for Cameron Freeman. That's a 1200 coupe. Doesn't come out of the Japanese factory like that. Or with a Snapchat. 35, Jason Garver from New South Wales, our serious. Did some demonic things last time, Garver. He ran time. He ran a 52.747. We've had Cameron Freeman go a 53.
On the first run this morning, particularly so far up the order, the track was quite cool when the race started.
Bruce Neville was the 5th and last of the class last time, 113.24. If you're chasing a tidier time. Oh, chasing it but not achieving it. Spin. In his 1400cc Morris Cooper S. Takes a fair thing to spin a Mini, but he achieved it. So that's the sports sedans up to over 2 litres with logbook. We come to sports sedans over 2 litres non-logbook. Sports sedans more than 2 litres non-logbook, and that's the Holden FC of Wayne Gersikovsky. followed by Kevin Crosh, the Ford Capri. Gersikovsky has a 5.7 litre V8. Kevin Crosh. This is a good car. This was fastest in its category last time. The non-logbook more than 2 litre cars. 5 litre Forest Minor. And better than 1 minute last time, 59.267. Away he goes this time. He's followed by number 42, Gary O'Callaghan. Somebody make the he went off to the right, then he went back to the left, then he had a look at the corner. So having a lot of fun in car number 49. Number 43 now is Andy Smith. He was second fastest in this category last time. O'Halloran, I was wrong. 43. Beat O'Halloran last time. Who beat Gersikovsky and Kevin Crosh. That's the order in which they finished. Warwick Hutchinson in the Van Diemen 2.6 litre turbo Mazda rotary motor. This thing is a rocket ship. 49.353 last time. Fastest man, fastest obviously in the Formula League logbook category. Roaring up. Well driven, very aggressive, and trying to be the fastest man at Leyburn in this 18th running of the historic Sprints. Stretches first gear out a long way, and then into second, and then going right. Averages, or averaged, in that run of 46.245 around 1 kilometre, 77.85 kilometres an hour from a standing start around very tight streets. Neil Lewis in the DBS Suzuki gets underway, currently 4th fastest on 48.551, 2.3 rotary powered open wheeler. It's based originally on a Van Diemen 1992 model Van Diemen Formula Ford. It's a long way from that as Max Parnell gets underway. Early model Jaguar. And now the brakes start coming through. The famous Morris Coopers, the minis of ancient Nova. The engine has been brought out to 1500cc capacity. And Jamie is one of the most talented young racers from the Darling Downs region, based out of Warwick these days. We've got Paul Gilbert on the line now in a Datsun 1600. Now this is a more familiar style of Datsun 1600. Very hard to find these days. Also was a rally car that dominated. They were still winning races in the Australian Rally Championship all the way up into the 1990s in the hands of guys like Murray.
30th in a field of 190, Jamie Furness in that very modest little car. And in fact, he's actually ahead of the class leader of the 2-litre class that follows him out of the circuit. Andrew Newton, that's 1.6-litre Datsun 1600. Is behind him at the moment, so Kip and family's other car is in the over 1600 division. So this is slightly GTV. Oh, they make wonderful race cars too, the Alfa Romeos. Alfa Romeos very popular amongst motorsport competitors right across the world. First name, really an Italian motorsport performance. Ferrari started out actually as a customer of Alfa Romeo before breaking out on their own. And this 1750 GTV, Bob's owned this car for 3 years and it's been a regular at Mount Cost, and we've seen it to the left side, it's been in the left point. Ralston brings his Mark 1 Ford Escort to the line. It's a 2-litre engine.
So 2 litre. It's also got some mechanicals on the drivetrain out of a Datsun 260Z, so we might expect some fairly good times here out of Innocent. Gets underway. Model 1800cc twin side drive Webers, Triumph Dolomite. One of the a lesser well-known car these days, as Triumph is a long modelling to function as a manufacturer car. Class and another Triumph coming to line. This one a 2500 PI. Toby Barker in the sorry, this isn't Toby. This is Linda Bennett, later model Triumph. Stretching all the racing underway. This is Leyburn Sprints. The first of the Tiranas in the lineup. They still run that deep into the evening, but certainly the Monte Carlo rally, which was once a cross-continental effort, which had 4 or 5 starting points all scattered all across Europe. Effort from there, yes. And Woodward is a second.
Throughout the 1980s and into the 1990s, had a very potent XD Falcon. And he almost reached 1995 in a BMW. Jim Hodgson about to get.
It is the reigning champion in the Queensland Trans Am Series, which races at Queensland Raceway and at Lakeside Park. Five-time winner of the Australian Grand Prix next day as automobile Americanism. Mark Webber refers to it as taxi racing. Home to
the chassis car engine on the bottom. There's more Cobra. Yesterday, deep into the 49.
ran them in their early days and very fast to count the race. Another one of the cars in the Falcon collection. Oh, right. The Rockville Cobra.
Sprints has been racing Datsuns since the very earliest days of Leyburn. Datsun 1600 originally, then a Datsun 260Z with a 3-litre engine in it. Now it's got a Datsun 240Z. Very competitive tarmac rally.
At 134, Mark Crespo's 5th, 133. Second fastest car so far. In the Goodwood Racing program. And here with its
MGBs more or less exceeded the Austin Sprites
to continue the Porsche 911 story,
came out in 1963, so they're going to produce 1,963 cars of the 50-year commemorative Porsche 911. Now imagine they're all spoken for already. Just about it. Very fun. Looks like no other Westfield that you'll see in the Southeast Point Road. This is quite softly sprung, gets plenty of squat at the gear changer. Another one of the top five up on the line now, number 78, Datsun. Mike Innocent here, who's embroiled in battle with Paul Brailsford for third place in class. There's just 0.2 of a second separating them. Teams which were added about 4 or 5 years ago, of which 2 survived. There was originally going to be 4 of them because there was an American team which won Windsor, involved in that. And unfortunately, they never quite finished the construction of the car. Club and company in Sussex Street in Sydney, and castigated by Bernie Eccleston and almost cast out of the Formula One.
Oh, hold on.
Let's take it to those.
The furniture place opposite.
Another Suzuki Hayabusa engine vehicle. Doesn't weigh much more than the motorbike. Although having 4 wheels assists in the cornering. 2-litre engine. The Toyota Celica of Matthew Gilmore is next off the line. But rather than a Toyota 4-cylinder engine, it's got a V6 Buick Source Commodore engine. The head of this car flashed fiercely into second gear as he came off the line in a great start.
Quick? This is quick, yeah.
Garland, fastest man so far today, Warwick Hutchinson second fastest. But some very well prepared, well driven Subarus here. Also without the element like It's 52, fastest lap. 7 kilometres and 11 cars finished, and there were 30,000 showed up, travelling from all over the country. Yeah. Food and drink sold out. Where the folks under Colin Chapman's charge and local cars took over a bunch of and then returned. Tom Hackett and the Volkswagen engine special looks very much like a June buggy. Incredible motor. And pretty cars too. William Lyons did a glorious job. From the days when he started with SS Swallow sidecars, but then in the pre-war period, and then post-war decided he shouldn't call his car company SS. Of course, was a 4-time Australian Touring Car Championship winner, twice in Jaguars in 1963 and 1964, and then twice later on in Chevrolet Camaro. Ran Mustangs too until he destroyed one at Catalina Park at a 300. Keith Edwards, the second of 4 competitors in Touring Car 372 up to the leader. There's Pete Clubman and a Morris Mead to come. There's been some famous names associated with small bore adaptive touring cars over the years. Your journalistic colleagues across there have been racing those in the past.
Driver in his early days, but he became very useful later. And of course he sponsored a Le Mans entry with Larry Perkins and others.
They acquired from the event, John Fitzpatrick Racing. Very enthusiastic in front of the engine.
But it's been acknowledged in the way of these days people wanting winners, and that was the car that covered the most laps.
And it became a source of some controversy later when the winner of the next class. Now, Jamie Finesse of Warwick, resident, local. His father, Cole Finesse, was a race driver and journalist in this part of the world, raced Formula B amongst other things. But Jamie carries on the family. We'll certainly be discussing that at the conclusion of the event.
He went over to help look after possibly do it. We couldn't be that long away from our mechanics.
It's a rare event where they get more than 40 kilometres from the service centre. And Woodward is a second behind at the moment. Woody's going to be up here shortly. It's Brad Walker.
Winning the Australian Touring Car Championship in 1986 with a Volvo Turbo, run by a New Zealand team, and Mark Obengruber, is that the right name? Obengruber. What's your name? So your young son is with us, and we're looking after him. We're going to take him down. Your young boy's waiting for you. He's lost you. Mark, 27 airbags and able to be ripped around the coaster 4 times as 4 people step out. But make an enormous amount of sense. Caterers and other clubman cars have been made, but they must be in a 6-figure number.
These sort of cars is more the American version of the Clubman. The Sunlight with the AC Cobra, which was a British car, but it's most famous for what
well, AC cars, auto carriers.
But there's the third fastest man in the class of his run now, been followed by the second fastest man in the class, half a second quicker yesterday over his 4 runs. Knows the track well, very good next driver, and chasing in front of Andrew Hicks by just over 200 of a second the lead rate, 74. Further down in the class, Murray Gore. I grew up as a young child.
What he's doing in the Mitsubishi Lancer here.
Hopefully he'll be forgiven today.
As Lex Davison drove at Mathis on his honeymoon. And congratulations, sir. The fastest of the 6.